Hi, let's work on a modified sun salutation that won't involve chaturangas and will mean you don't have to spend, quite so long in downward facing dog if you don't want to. Let's start at the top of our mat. Then inhale, sweep the arms up. On your exhale, fold into bending your knees. Inhale, hands to shins or thighs. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step one foot back, lowering the knee to the floor, and then the other knee back. So you're here in tabletop pose, positioning your hands underneath your shoulders. You can spend a few breaths now doing cat and cow. Instead of upward facing dog and plank, we're substituting these milder poses that are helping us to mobilize the spine. With your inhale, you can lift your heart up, your tailbone up, gaze up as far as feels good. And then as you exhale, you're gazing back toward your thighs. After you've had about enough of that, you can take your knees a little bit wider than your hips, bring your toes to touch, and sink back for a child's pose. And while the rest of the class is in downward facing dog, you can always feel free to rest here. Recollect yourself, recenter yourself, come back to the breath. And then come on back to downward facing dog, curling your toes under, lifting your hips high. Knees can be bent or legs can be straighter. And then at the bottom of your exhale, go ahead and walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale takes you halfway up. Exhale folds you in two. Next inhale, arms come out to the sides. They come up, you come up. Exhale, hands move through heart center and come back down alongside you. Let's do that again. We're inhaling up, Utthita Hastasana into Tadasana. We're exhaling, folding, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, knees bend, one foot steps back, knee lowers, the other foot steps back. Inhale, heart lifts, little bit of a back bend. Exhale, move to cat. You're inhaling into cow. You're exhaling into cat. How about one more cycle? Inhale, heart lifts, tailbone lifts. Exhale, belly draws in. Now let's take the knees a little bit wider than the hips, big toes touch, come on back, rest here in child's pose, in Balasana. Shift back to tabletop. Feet about hip distance apart, toes curl under, hips up and back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Walk your feet toward your hands. Lift your heart halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold into Uttanasana. Next inhale, feet press down, arms lift, you lift, Utthita Hastasana in Tadasana. Exhale, hands pass through heart center. You arrive, you return to Tadasana. Thanks for helping, Smoochie.